Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Kimberley Caravans and Motohromes in Darlington and I'm here to review this. This is the Swift Ascari 344 and I've actually asked to come to review this because I think this is quite an interesting layout, and based on its size there's plenty to see inside. So let's get cracked on and find out a bit more about the Ascari range. So as I say, it's by Swift, which is a UK manufacturer. There's actually 3 different layouts in the range. The 344 that I'm doing today is a 4-berth motorhome with 4 travel seats. Now let's go through the usual facts and figures. Now what I like about this motorhome is it's based on the Fiat with the 2.2 litre diesel engine, the 140 horsepower and manual transmission as standard. You can opt for the automatic transmission, which will be about a £3,000 premium on top of the recommended retail price. The size though, this motorhome is 5 metres and 99 centimetres in length, so it's a short and compact motorhome. In terms of its width, it's 2 metres and 26 centimetres wide, so it's also a compact motorhome, and we can see that because the wing mirrors don't extend far out and the body is flush with that Fiat cab. Height-wise, this motorhome is 2 metres and 78 centimetres. In terms of its weight, so the 344, this is a 3.5 tonne motorhome or 3,500 kilos, so you can drive it on your car licence. In terms of payload, on this model you're going to get around 647 kilos of payload, or if you opt for the automatic transmission, you'll get around 627 kilos of payload. Obviously, if you add other extras, it's going to bring that payload down. So on paper, this is quite impressive. 4 berths, 4 seats, under 6 metres long and compact width. But how much is it? Now, interestingly, the recommended retail price is £78,000. However, at the moment with Kimberley here, it's £70,000. That's why I wanted to come and show you this today and find out a bit more about it. So those are the facts and figures. Let's find out what we're going to get for our £70,000, shall we? Right, let's start at the front. As I've mentioned, it is on the Fiat. Now this cab colour, we can see the painted colour on it. It's not just the standard white. The Fiat Ducato front, the Swift badge, and you do get graphics on the cab as well. Not all motorhome manufacturers do that. We've got these graphics that complement it nicely, and up here we have the Swift logo and the sunroof. What you're also going to get on the Ascari, a little front spotlights as well. Again, not all motorhomes come with those as standard. Let's venture down the near side first of all. So you will get the 16-inch alloy wheels. Up on the roof, you're going to get a 120-watt solar panel. You're also going to get an aerial standard as well. And the wind-out 2-lay awning, this is an optional extra, but it's included here at Kimberley in this price, so the wind-out awning. The diesel filler, it has a 90-litre diesel tank, which is a large tank indeed. The habitation door is here on the near side because it's a UK manufacturer. Gas locker for 2 60-kilo gas bottles. External gas barbecue point, external plug socket here. Window, I'll show you what awaits in there soon. Round at the back, you will get a rear view camera. Preparation for a bike rack if you wish to add that. The Ascari name, and then we can see the well recognisable Swift light cluster. On the off side, a vent for the Truma air-blown heating, an external shower, electric hookup point, and then coming down our toilet cassette point, and here we have the water filling point. You also get a 12-volt socket here, so if you're using a water pump and an aquaroll, you plug that in, it'll get electric feed from there and it'll fill the water tank from an aquaroll. In terms of the capacity of the water tanks, 100-litre fresh tank and 50-litre grey waste. That is a smallish grey waste tank, and to be fair, that's about the only compromise I'm really finding on this motorhome at the moment, and it might not be a compromise for you. So 100 litres fresh and 50-litre grey. What I also like is if we look at the graphics or the decals on this Swift Ascari, we've got the little Swifts here, and then we've got this Union flag incorporated in it as well. I do like it. Externally, this is not a bad looking motorhome at all. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to dive inside and take a look at what's on offer in here, because I do like this. So come on, let's go inside. We're inside the 344 and I'm looking forward to showing you around all the features in here. Let's start in the cab as usual. So as I say, it's Fiat. There's the multifunctional steering wheel. This one at Kimberley has the automatic transmission that I mentioned was an option, so that's fitted here. The infotainment system, rear view camera, so you get an idea of the cab here. You will get the blinds around the side windows and the front as well. USB chargers here too, and there is also the air conditioning up here in the cab. Now in terms of the upholstery, we can see it here. We've got the Ascari embossed on here, this light blue, and then the off-white colour to go with it, and the quilted finish. You do also have the armrests as well. These have a slightly more plasticky feel, if I'm being honest, but otherwise they do have the same colour scheme. Now as I stand up, which I'm going to do now, standing up, there is the sunroof here. This does open. You'll get a blind and a fly screen, and then there's two little storage lockers on either side. I like these little lights as well. You have these movable lights that we can see here. You can turn those round if you're doing some reading, up to you. Do like those fitted there. Now coming along, what I'm going to do is I'm going to venture over to the offside first of all, and here we'll see a forward facing bench seat. As I already mentioned, it has 4 travel seats, does the motorhome, 2 here in the cab and then 2 here. The seat belts are here already fitted, so you don't have to start changing the seating at all if you're taking passengers. Again, we have Ascari here and it's the same quilted finish. Underneath there is a television point and a plug socket, and there's pre-installation here if you want to fit a television bracket to watch TV in the front of the motorhome. Coming along, we have this bank of cupboards. Now there's the lighter wood, then this dark grey, and then the white gloss. If I open these up, they've got quite a nice latch to them. They're almost a hidden latch. Pull these, as you can see there, and we can open these up and have a look inside. Good depth and a good height to the cupboards as well, just finished with the backboard there. Closing those down and coming down, there's an LED strip that runs along here. There's LED lighting around the motorhome. Then our window on the offside. We have these padded fabric boards on the sides which soften it up, so we haven't got nets and curtains. You will get blinds and fly screens. And then here, if you are doing a bit of work in this area, there is a USB charging point. And then you'll notice as we venture down in the floor, if I perch here, in the floor there's a hole. You are going to get a table, and this table, you can move it into the front or the rear, and I'll show you it soon. So there is a table to go here if you want to sit and eat in the front of the motorhome. Right, I'm going to now make my way down. So to do that, I'm going to step down because there is a little step to go down. So if I step down, we're now into the next part of the motorhome. The flooring is this wood effect floor, nice tone. It does work well with the rest of the motorhome. The door on the near side where we came in, we have the main control panel for the Swift. That's going to control your water, lighting, you can see your battery levels. The control for the Truma air blown heating, and then the button for the electric drop down bed, which we're going to come to. The door where we came in is got the concertina blind for privacy, chrome handle, and there is a bin here. There's also a fly screen as well for when you do have the door open. Coming through into the kitchen area. Now, first of all, let's talk about worktop space. Although it's a compact motorhome, it's under 6 metres, I do feel that there's plenty of space in the kitchen. There is worktop space around here. You do get 3 gas burners. Now, let me know what you think in the comments. I think 2 gas burners would have been sufficient in here and giving us more worktop space, but let me know what you think. But you do get 3 gas burners, and then we have the sink here, and there's hot and cold water which is fed from the onboard water tank, part of the Truma system. When you're not using these, obviously fold down. There is additional worktop space here, so with this, if I just step round so I can do it, you literally pull this up here and we can see we have an extra flap. All we have to do is insert it into these 2 little holes here, and we've got further worktop space as well, and that feels nice and solid. Obviously if your doors open, a little bit of intrusion coming back in, but that gives us an idea of how our kitchen is going to be. Coming along, we have a tray here, tray drawer. The gas locker is under there, so it takes up that space. Then we have an under counter 90 litre Thetford fridge with freezer compartment, and that is complemented with the gas grill here. And then up above, what I like to see is we've got a microwave, and we also have a good sized cupboard here, so you can see plenty of storage in here. You have got somewhere to put your plates. This is for your Truma solar panel that I mentioned, 120 watt solar panel, and that there is for the fresh and grey waste tanks. Right, I'll close that up. So that's our kitchen space, and as I say, the storage there, the fridge, the hob, the microwave, and further cupboard space there. Above me here we have a sunroof as well. This is going to open for ventilation, and then the roof is the same sort of material finish as many of the walls in the kitchen. The kitchen here just has the plain back as well. Right, coming along, I think I might show you into the bathroom next before we get back here to some exciting stuff. So if we dive over to the offside, there's a hook for coats, a mirrored strip here, and then we have an all-in-one washroom, and I really like the finish on here. Before I go in, I'll just let you take a look, because once I'm stood in there you don't always see much of it. I like this marble effect walling. It's not just plain and white, we've got the marble effect walling in here. Right, I will now go in and talk through what we're going to get. So as I step in, bearing in mind it's a small and compact motorhome, you are going to get an all-in-one washroom. The door on here is this style, as you can see here. You slide it across to close yourself in. If I just push that back. In the corner there is the Thetford swivel toilet. This wall panel, as I mentioned, which is waterproof, and then there is a little storage cupboard here as well for your toiletries. Opening that up so you can put items in there, and then this other side where I am now is mirrored, so if I open this up, just step across here, you can see into there as well. There's nothing to hold your toiletries back, so just have to be careful when you get where you're going, but it's all waterproof in there as well. Close these up, there's a little catch, you just have to push those in and close them up. Now coming down, this is a nice feature. So we've got this lighter coloured, almost teal effect, and we've got the Swifts here as well. And then moving down, we have a fold away sink. So if I just fold this down, so when you want to use your sink, you fold this down, there is a separate tap so you can use it. You've got a glittery silver finish on here, plenty of room around the sink, and you can also put your toiletries on there. If you prefer to call this a basin, you can call it a basin. I call it a sink, though not everybody agrees with me. Fold that back. Now for showering, you can see the shower here. Again, it has its own separate function as well. I must admit, it is a confined space. If you're a bigger person, you may well struggle in here. But a lot of people use the campsite facilities. But if you do want to have a shower, you can pull this off and off you go. And there is the plug hole down there as well. In terms of a toilet roll holder, you are also going to get that. And that is just here under there. And the good thing about that is it's covered, so it is waterproof as well, because there's no shower curtain in here. It's literally just an all-in-one. But that is the little onboard washroom. I love that, really like it. I love the finish. I like this, it's nice and light. You've got that teal colour and the marble walls. So yeah, really nice in there. Right, let's continue back. Now this is interesting. So I told you I was quite interested in the layout. This is unusual. You're going to get a lounge and you're going to get an electric drop-down bed. And this is where you can use this as either a 2-berth or a 4-berth, depending on you. So let's go into this now. So the electric drop-down bed, first of all, it's up as it is currently. You will find there is some intrusion with your headroom. You're going to have that in a motorhome this size with the bed. However, once you've got into here and you sat down, it's not going to be an issue unless you're incredibly tall. You will get these 4 LED lights as well, dotted about to make this lighter and brighter. Now this drop down bed, in terms of its size, it's 6 feet and 1 inch in length, and it's 3 feet and 10 inches in width. So it is a good sized double bed. And this is operated from the switch that I showed you up there above the door. Now, if you're a couple, you can either decide to just keep the sofas as they are and use the bed on a night, so you're not having to make this up into a bed. Or if you want to use the lounge as a bed, this will convert into a double. And this is a big double. It's 6 feet and 4 inches in length, and it's 3 feet and 11 inches in width. So this is another good sized bed. So it's up to you how you choose to use the space. But the benefit with this one, and this is why I wanted to show you this one, is on an evening when you want to relax, you've got the space to do it. This is a proper lounge. So if you're a caravanner and you're thinking about a motorhome, but you're worried about that sort of relaxation space, put this one on your list. That's why I wanted to show you it. So nice relaxation area. Other benefits, you get this fold away flat table. So if I just pull this up, you can see you've got somewhere there to put your cup of tea or your beer or whatever you choose to have when you're away. Pepsi Max for me. You can put it on there. Then this got this great window here at the back. It does have a blind and fly screen, and it does open, but you can look out and enjoy the view. You've also got windows on either side. So again, you can see out, you can look at where you are, what's going on. The padded wallboard that we saw in the front is continued here. And again, blinds and fly screens. And then light switch for these LED lights. What you're also going to get in here is a plug socket down here. So if you're wanting to do some work, you've got your plug socket. And you've also got on the opposite side a USB charging point. So again, you can charge up your gadgets back here. So yeah, I really like this. Okay, so that's this area. And as I say, it does convert into a double bed, or you can use this drop down. Just under here, I'll show you these. There is storage in these lockers here, just under there. Only minimal on this side because we have got the workings of the bed. And on this side, show you there, the storage in these two lockers here. There's not lots and lots of storage, but there's a compromise in terms of its size, and that's what you've got to bear in mind. What you can do, however, is, if I just lift this up, is utilise the space under here. If I lift this, you can see these have actually got hinges, so you can lift up here. You've got your electric cable stored under there. You'll be able to put your ramps and bits and pieces for your motorhome, and obviously things like if you've got camping table and chairs, you've got your storage under here in the sofa area. So I'll just stand up again to give you some idea. I'm 5'4", and that gives you an idea about the headroom for you getting in and out. Now, there is also a wardrobe, and that's here on the off side. So I shall open this space up. The television aerial I mentioned that comes with it is here. The wardrobe, you can see the rail here. Now in here, the table for the front and the rear is stored in here. These are the carpets here at the dealership. You can either put those down or take them out of your motorhome, so you've got full space. And this tube that you can see attached to the wall by this strap, that's the table leg, in case you're wondering where that is. So once you've got your motorhome, obviously you can utilise that as a proper wardrobe space. And then if I just come down here and pull this out, you have a step. Now when you've deployed your drop down bed, because we haven't got the ladder as such, you can use this to step up onto that drop down as well, if that's how you want to use that. So yeah, good use of all this space. Right, let me slide that back in. So before I dive back out, let me just go through a summary here. We have a rear lounge. This will convert into a bed that's 6 feet and 4 inches long. Above me, we have an electrically operated drop-down bed. This is 6'1" in length. You'll have storage under here. You can use the table here. You've got the flap, the wardrobe. Then we have microwave, we have gas burners, the oven grill, Thetford fridge, the brilliant little washroom, the additional worktop flap, and then moving round, we have the forward-facing bench seats, which again you can use with the table, and the Fiat cab. And this one has got the automatic transmission. Right, I think we should dive back outside and just have a quick summary. So there we have it, the Swift Ascari 344, compact in length and in width. I like this layout. I think this is very interesting. If you're looking for a compact motorhome, but you don't want to compromise on the bed or the relaxation space, this is definitely one to put on your list. There aren't many rear lounges of this size that are going to pack in so much. Really enjoyed having a look at this. I will put a link, as always, down here to the Swift website and also to the Kimberley Caravans and Motohromes website, so you can have a look at all the Swift motorhomes they have in stock. There's actually 3 layouts in this range altogether as well, so you can check those out on the Swift website. But yeah, for £70,000, I think that's one to put on your list. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.